and welcome to Date with the Divas. Thank you for clicking on our video. I know you'll enjoy it, so do me a favor, click on that subscribe button if you haven't already. Remember to like our videos, hit on that notification bell, so you never miss out on our latest and greatest. And don't forget, comment in there. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you've been missing, what you want us to talk about, and we'll try and get to those topics. So, Entourage, grab your beverage of choice, please. Oh my goodness. Here we go. And let's start with some tea. Ms. Artrice, will you do the honors?
Sure. So I don't know if you divas have heard, but our girl B Simone is gotten into the headlines this week because of a controversial podcast she did with her best friend. Now, for those of us who aren't quite sure who B Simone is, Wikipedia describes her as an American actress, comedian, entrepreneur, musician, and social media personality. Most of us know her from the first few seasons of Wild 'N Out, that show that was on MTV, where they go at each other. That was how she became famous or infamous. Now she does all kinds of things, but she has a podcast. And I will say B Simone is a self-proclaimed millionaire. So she had her best friend on her podcast.
When you say self-proclaimed, does that mean that she's not?
It means that I think she was at a certain point, but I say self-proclaimed because lately she's been complaining on her show that money's tight and she can't shop at Bloomingdale's anymore. She has to shop at H&M. She was in the headlines for that last week because she was crying about shopping at H&M. And people were like, girl, read the room. Like, nobody's feeling bad for you because you can't go to Bloomingdale's this week.
All right.
So that's why I say self-proclaimed, because she said, she's invested her money and now, the liquid is not there the way it was.
Okay.
But she's successful. Okay. We know who she is, and she's certainly been successful throughout the years. So she had her long-term best friend on her podcast talking about how when she was on hard times, B Simone wasn't really there to offer her some support. So
And they knew they were going to have this discussion?
Well, that's not clear. So
Okay.
shout out to Funky Dineva. I'm pulling this clip from his video.
Best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got it, or they helping you. Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year. Jesus. And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed. Jesus. I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest. They're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now.
Okay, so maybe they did know that this was going to come up.
Well, I don't know if B Simone knew. I don't know. I gotta see the whole clip. But did you have a question, Artrice?
She received that pretty well.
I got the feeling B Simone knew all of this was going on as it was going on. Did you guys get that feeling?
Yes.
For you
that
to
she
be your
was
best
like,
friend, you know what your best friend's going. Yeah, there's no way if you're truly best friends, you may not know all the details, but you know what's going on.
You know,
yeah.
maybe
she
that
ain't living at home.
that I moved back with my parents or something like that.
She knew what was going on. There's no way unless you're in different states. Even then, I can't imagine not telling my best friend what's going.
So this is my question, because we've all been in friendships where one person is having their season where everything's going their way and the other person is not.
For sure.
What is your obligation when you're the more successful friend, when your best friend is falling on hard times?
I don't know that you necessarily have an obligation. And yeah, because it's at the end of the day, the money that I make or whatever is my money. I wouldn't want to see my friend like with her car repossessed, but it's like, what is her history? There's a lot more to it, I feel like. Okay, when homegirl said I had to move back in with my parents, like, okay, what's the situation? Did you have to move into your parents' like little apartment and you and your child are on the floor or in the living room? Or did you move into your your parents' nice size home where you are safe and sound and you and your child both have a bedroom, and maybe this other person that you saw me give a check to doesn't have it like that? Did you get your car repossessed
For
because
the
you were
third time
making
when I told you the last
right, like
time.
were you making decisions that didn't set you up for success? Did you go get the Escalade when you should have got the Toyota Camry? Something like that. So I felt like I
Talks
needed
about
a
food
little bit more
stamps, though.
context. She did, yeah, she did say she was on food stamps, which you could get on if you're not working. Um, I don't know. I need a little more context. I mean, I think at first it is kind of like, damn, girl, you didn't help your friend, but it's like maybe you helped them before, and maybe she did have to go through that season to grow. Like, I need a little more context because I had seen this before you had brought it up, and I was just like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to rush to judgment.
Yeah, on the surface, I agree with Marnita that I'm not obligated to do anything. Okay. Now,
You're my best friend. You're not obligated.
again, I am not obligated. However, me, I'm like, dang, you going through something. Yes, I'm gonna give you, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try
Or
and
can I
do
give
what I
you a
do.
job
What can I
opportunity?
do? You
You
know what I'm
know,
saying? But again, the individual, I don't believe it's, you would hope that they would say, "Oh, because this is my friend, let me try and hook you up. You're going through hard times," or like, I know you're a hustler, and you always doing something, and just things are just not going your way. Like, I don't know who you cross paths with is not, and then I could try and help. But again, you don't know the context, right? Like I said, on the surface, again, I am not obligated, but me, yes, I would assist my friend to the best of my ability.
Could it also be possible that, again, we don't know a lot of the story. She was going through all that. Do they live in this, like, was she disclosing a lot of it? Or, for her to be aware if they weren't living in the same city? Sometimes you also have to ask, like the other person who she saw give a check, you don't know if that person asked, like, hey, can I get a little, like, I don't know, like you said, without having all the context, don't know, like, did she ask? And like you said, was there history of this is a repeat? Like, I'm always bailing you out. I bailed you out. I bailed you out. And I can't keep bailing you out, from
or
that
are
standpoint.
you hiding that you're in a
Right.
tough spot? Because that can happen too. People can be like, yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm just over at the house chilling with my parents. They needed me. They sick, and it's
But
like,
B
nah.
Simone never said, girl, I didn't know you were going
Right,
through
yeah,
all
because
that. She
so
never
yeah,
said
that
that.
does go back to the
She
we
just
felt
said
like Lava,
Jesus,
you
right? Or something.
Yeah, she just kind of like, oh, I know.
right,
Jesus.
girl, testify.
Jesus. That was really getting on my nerves. And she, but
Like, girl, speak up for yourself. Why didn't you?
I personally cannot see my best friend struggle like that if I'm in a position.
Wow.
I'm not going to have somebody I love.
Right, but do you feel obligated?
I would, yeah. If I tell you I love you and you belong to me and I'm claiming you as my best friend, I'm not saying every person I know, but if
Mhm.
you're my sister, my brother, one of my parents, my best friend, yeah, you're not going to struggle. Not in my presence. No. And you don't
But
have to ask. You don't have to ask me. If I
Right,
see,
you shouldn't have to. Right, yeah.
but again, like, how much was okay? Getting your car repossessed, that is a struggle. But like, she had a
getting
place to
evicted.
stay. But she
Okay,
had a place
so
to stay. She had a place. She had family. I could see if she was like, I was in my car with my kid, and then the
that's
car got
But do I
repossessed, and I
have
was in
to
a
fall
tent.
that low, Marnita, for you to say,
that's what I'm
girl?
saying. We don't know context. What was this, like the third eviction?
I don't even think it matters. Like if I see
It's
you,
like, girl,
if I
didn't I
love
just help
you,
you? No, but I'm like, I can't. But I can't. This is like a drug addict. I can't be your friend if I'm helping you. That's
Can't
not a
enable you.
friend. If I'm helping you
well, if you
to,
listen to
you see what I'm
more
saying?
of the podcast,
Mhm.
her life turned around, and B Simone acknowledged feeling jealous of her opportunities that she saw her friend getting.
Then maybe they not.
So her friend gets to shop at Bloomingdale's while B Simone is shopping at H&M.
Wait a second. So the friend who was going through whatever she was going through, the tables turned.
That season passed, and she pulled herself out of it. And she started getting opportunities. And B Simone said, you know, I actually was starting to get a little jealous of the things that were happening to you. So it didn't sound like this is a woman who makes continuously bad choices.
That's what I'm saying. We're not getting the story. You see what I mean?
Yeah, so something, but you know what? Also, this goes back to like sometimes relationships where your friend is very happy with you being beneath them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're, you know, they can kind of, you know, they help you out, they support you, and that your position is to be below me.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start raising to my status is when I have an issue.
But
you know, so
I feel like if that was the case, B Simone wouldn't have had her on her podcast. You know what I mean? She wouldn't have.
No, that's not true.
Platform.
I disagree. You
think so?
We can be friends.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to know your position.
But
and what's the position in my head?
You're
on
what
my,
I'm saying?
You're on mine. You're at my table.
You're exactly.
I just feel like if you're gonna hold somebody down, you're not even gonna let them shine. They're gonna be like, "Girl, let me get on the podcast."
No, because I'm smarter. I'm gonna
exactly.
But I'm the star. Nobody knows you.
Exactly. And so what it looks like is I'm letting you shine. But in my head, some twisted way, it's like, girl, this is me and this is you. It may not be this big of a gap, and it may just be right here. But as long as I'm here,
we good.
It's all good.
And the other thing, Lava, I think you said, but know your position, but also know or Marnita, you might say know your relationship. Just because you may consider them your best friend, does that person consider
friend in my head?
Definition? Also, what's the definition of your best friend? Like, if I say you my sister, like you, I mean, like I'm gonna drop everything. But I have friends that I don't expect certain level, that they're not. They're not the like I'm gonna give you a kidney type, you know what I mean? So wondering, like, understanding your relationships, and you can only learn that by hopefully talking. I don't know what age these ladies are, but I mean, if you've got some 20 plus years, true, y'all been through some stuff, who's your road dog. If you pick up the phone, you be like, I need you, they can do if it's in their power.
Lavelle, did you say something?
No, I was just thinking that somebody, oh boy, my thoughts are really, really piercing through this. And so didn't a celebrity give another celebrity a kidney?
You're thinking about, yes, I was just thinking about that. Was it Selena Gomez?
Right, but who gave a kidney? I can't remember.
Her best friend. So I want to say was it Selena Gomez? I might have the person wrong.
No, I think it's Selena Gomez.
And her best friend.
She received it?
Yeah, so her best friend gave her a kidney. And I think we talked about it a little bit. I don't know if we talked about it on recording or if we just talked about it as a group. Her best friend gave her the kidney or something because she was going through something, and she didn't on her documentary or something.
Oh no, when she was getting an award or something.
Yeah, she didn't thank her friend, her best friend who gave her the kidney, and she was like, "Sorry, I didn't thank everybody I know."
Oh my God.
And she's like, "Girl, I'm your true blue. I gave you a kidney.
Saved your life."
And she was like, well, and then, the friend was like, oh, now that she's friends with Taylor Swift and stuff like that, she's not considering me a best friend. So yeah, like you went through life-saving measures. And the friend was also upset because she was, like I said, I think it was Selena Gomez, like she was drinking and things like that you're not supposed to be doing after
you have.
Yeah. And she was like, girl, I gave you my kidney and now you out here fucking it up. So yeah, I was thinking about that too, Lavelle, like when we were talking about the level of friendship. And like, so obviously this person was still like, this is my best friend. And homegirl was like, nah, you just somebody that gave me a kidney. You just a homie that gave me a kidney.
Oh, it was an actress. It was another actress who had given.
Yeah, she was on Grownish. She was on the first couple seasons of Grownish. I forget her name.
Wow.
And I think A Secret Lives of American Teenagers, if I'm not
yeah.
Yeah.
So she wasn't like a big name like
Mhm.
Selena Gomez, but they were like they had been friends since they were little.
Well, let's tie this to the B Simone.
Well, we were just no, we were talking about
Like
I
the
think
position,
because of what
like
Marilyn said about how what made me think about it, what Marilyn said about how you're thinking about one person is thinking, oh, this is my best friend,
Best friend.
where the other person might be thinking, no, they're not.
You
So
just
Well,
my
B
friend.
Simone introduced her as her best friend.
yeah.
right,
Oh,
but
she
best
does.
friend definitions
She,
can
Right.
yeah.
different.
But
So
that
that's
ain't her.
not.
For
That
They did
ain't
different
not
that girl's
levels.
align.
best friend.
They did not align.
That's not
Yeah,
that girl's
not a
best.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
The
I
best friend
feel
is
like
not gonna watch you struggle. I'm sorry, they're not gonna do it.
and she didn't seem like there was any kind of like emotion. It was just like she had a
There
big
was no
smile
like,
and
not like,
yeah, there
oh
was.
girl, I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of people use the term best friend loosely. I have noticed that. I don't
I
know if y'all have
agree.
noticed that. Like people will be like, yeah, that's my best friend, and that's my best friend, and that's my I'm like, how you got 10? Yeah, not to say you can't have multiple best friends, but not everybody you meet and hang out with is your best friend.
They're not
Like
on the same
that's
level.
yeah. So I feel like some people like really use that loosely. So it's like, did they have different definitions of best friend and what you expect of a best friend?
Yeah, well, this one to me, I mean, and I don't know, but they seem like they have known each other since the year of the flood.
Right.
So it's like,
That's why I'm saying B Simone's like, I know your parents. Your parents good. She's like, your parents are good. Your parents got a nice house. What was you complaining about?
Shouldn't be on food stamps.
You got food stamps. You got that card
Girl,
from
you know food
California or
stamps
wherever
ain't
you
that
live.
much. You know that food stamps ain't that
But
much.
you know her parents was probably supplementing the rest. Her parents probably supplementing the rest. She's like, yeah, let me go get what I can get with these food stamps.
oh
And
dang, y'all
the
just
rest
making
of
it
the
And
fridge
worse.
was
shopping at
filled
H&M.
up by the
But the fact
parents.
that she can shop, though, you think about it, because most time when you poor, you can't shop. She's shopping at H&M versus Bloom. You know, that's still. I mean, it's
No,
cheap.
no,
Oh well,
that's B
that was
Simone.
That
B
was B
Simone. That was
Simone.
just making a
Simone.
joke.
Oh, sorry, I messed up.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That could be why she fell on those hard times, being stingy,
Mhm.
and wicked
Karma.
hearted. So now God's taking you through it.
Karma, right?
Karma's a bee. It'll come back when you're not expecting it.
Well, you have to give to receive. Isn't that what they say? Isn't that in the
They say,
Bible somewhere?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, Entourage, jump down in the comments and let us know. What do you think? Was B Simone within her rights to, let her friend struggle? Or are you obligated as a best friend to lend a helping hand when
What's
your
your
friend?
definition of a best friend?
And if you can't help me when I need you, why do I need you? What are you here for? But if you got this far, you're enjoying yourself. So do us a favor and hit that like button. And why not subscribe? We drop the tea every single week. So that's it for us. Cheers.
Good night.
Good night.